So what we did is we actually did a study where we understood what are the genes in the mammals and snakes even in South America that make them cane toad toxin resistant. And here's what we found. This is amazing. One letter in 3.5 billion base pairs. So a one letter change had no other, had no other effects that were negative. And it created a 5,000 times resistance to cane toad.
Wow.
So because quolls are endangered and we don't want to work in endangered species first, you want to start with a more model species. We worked in the fat-tailed dunnart, which is our model species for the thylacine, and we engineered dunnarts dunnart cells and dunnarts that can eat cane toad tissues and have zero effect. It has zero effect on them, where it would typically kill them. And so now we're in the next phase of trials, showing that we like to engineer in this one edit into quolls, because if quolls would have most likely, through this concept of convergent evolution, if you would have put the quoll next to the cane toad, they would have co-evolved together. They probably would have had that resistance already built into them through nature.
Wow.
And so that's showing the power of this concept of genetic engineering in biotech in conservation. And so then you could make these super quolls that eat the cane toads. And then not only does that help the population, lower the population of cane toads, it has this and help the population of the quolls, but it also has a halo effect to all these other marsupials that we don't know how many are dying from eating cane toads.
I hope you don't have to bring in big toads to eat the quolls. If it get, you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen those toads and frogs that latch out and they'll eat anything in front of them?
Yes.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah, I've seen
there was a giant one of those toads back in I don't know, thousands of years ago.
How big was it?
I don't know. I've seen a 3D render of it, and it grabs deers and stuff. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We've played videos of toads eating mice. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So before I saw those videos, only a few years ago, I had no idea toads would just eat mice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they put them in this bin with a bunch of mice, and this toad is just going ham, just snatching mice up and swallowing
them.
And
and you'd think that they're just sitting there docile, and then they just absolutely they throw their whole bodies.
Well, they sit there. They have the creepiest dead eyes. They're just machines to eat. You ever seen them fight with each other? That's pretty wild too. They bite each other's heads and they throw each other through the air.
Yeah, I've seen them toss each other.
Imagine you're fighting with a dude and he literally bites half your torso and throws you through the air, and they don't even look like it bothered them.
Yeah, that's just part of the fight. That's totally within the rules.